Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion on Inspiration Bridge at the Notch. We're in northern Vermont. I don't say which notch, just so we protect it. We call it Giovanni's Notch for the obvious reason. There he is right there, taking it all in, being in the moment, being grateful, being loving and kind, everything we're aiming for, right? So I think if the Giovanni, if the world were run by golden retrievers, we would have very few, if any, problems. Might not get a lot done, but there'd be just nothing but love and kindness in the air and probably a lot of belly rubs and naps. Okay, anyway, my name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am thrilled to be here in the woods where the bugs could lift me off the ground. So if I do that once in a while, it's because deer flies landing on my knuckles, and it must be because I'm so sweet, they just want a bite of me. I don't know, but it's about to rain, and so they tend to get in fact, it could be like crazy thunder boomers. So if I end quickly, you know why. All right, so today I want to talk about letting go of control, because you'll be so much happier and have inner peace and feel free. Again, it's like we talked about losing emotional weight. Like, just picture the emotional scale going from 100 whatever pounds. You can't do that obviously emotionally, but just stay with me. And picture just like less. Like, how good does that feel when we lose actual weight? And losing emotional weight is like a million times better. It's just so good. And so control obviously comes from fear. So I'm trying to control the people in our lives, trying to micromanage ourselves, actually, that means we're afraid of something. So it's kind of like, even if it's something that's, oh wow, they're everywhere on me. Okay, might be a short one today. Even if it's something that's pleasant, like a wedding or something, and we just had both boys just got married within 6 months, and oh my god, it went really well. They're both so good. It's also just a good example. Like, you want the wedding to go this way, you want to get into this college, that graduate school, and then have this job career calling, and it's not saying it's not good to have some. Oh, I think we got to go here soon. Deer flies are wicked. Okay, it's good to have a vision, to kind of be feeling and open to and receptive to that next move. I'm not saying that. I'm gonna keep walking. Maybe the bugs will, give me a little break here. Okay, so come on, G. Take a little dip. So it's good to have that vision and that trajectory. It's not good, however, to micromanage it, because whenever we try to really stick with that, we create resistance. And that which we resist will persist, whether it's trying to plan a wedding, bridal baby shower, or bachelorette party, or plan a family reunion, or whatever. Obviously, you got to delegate who's bringing what and beverages and all that. I'm not saying that, but to have the exacts in place, and if it doesn't go this way, it just has to go this way, it has to not rain. That's the best one. Last we knew, you can't control the weather, so it's best to just kind of realize that and plan accordingly, because you can't. And all we can do is change how we look at it. So and I'm breathing heavily, by the way, because it's just really, really humid, and I'm walking uphill with the bugs, and it's all good, and it's all good in the hood, it's all good in the wood. There we go. So it's planning all these things is a good thing. Where's I going with that? Oh, the rain thing. I love it when they say when it rains on the wedding day that means good luck. Okay, that is a fantastic perspective. I think that's really put in place to make people feel better, but whatever works. Wayne Dyer talks about the placebos and how people, oh, it's not real, Well, you know what? If you believe it works and your headaches go away because you're taking a sugar pill or breathing in lavender every night before you go to bed, or you've got, 8 diffusers in your bathroom or whatever, who cares if your headache goes away? It doesn't make a difference? I don't think so. So if you believe it's good luck, great. Okay, so the letting go of control thing, we really try to micromanage ourselves and other people, controlling, how the skit goes, and who can in the PTO, and who does this, and who bakes the brownies and all that, instead of just offering. Not saying to not delegate, of course. The alternative to that is doing it all yourself. Delegate based on whose strengths are where, and then let it go. Trust that you are surrounded by intelligent people. And if not, it's meant to unfold that way anyway. And I think people really don't get that. Things are meant to unfold how they're meant to unfold. So really, the best sort of recipe for inner peace and increased happiness levels are to just get your ducks in a row, as much as you can without trying to micromanage and control, and just let it go. Let your life unfold, and certainly let the lives of others unfold, because you don't get a say in that anyway. It's just how it is. And so when we try to control things, what we're really saying is like that we are smarter, got it more going on than the universe, God, source, whoever that is for you. There's another one. For me, it's God, but if that's universe or source or higher power, whatever, because and there's that old saying about you want to make the universe laugh, tell her what your plans are, and really truly let go. So here's the thing: if you're that person who really, thinks you need that, just try a little experiment, baby steps. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say, or as a good friend of mine says, no one's asking us to boil the ocean, like, especially not this fast. I love when she says that. Makes me laugh. We think a lot alike, my good friend there. And just try something with baby steps, and just let go of trying to have your hands in the soup, and especially in everybody else's soup, because the minute you let go of that and just let your life unfold, it will unfold beautifully, if you just allow it. And there's another part that goes along with the control thing. Truthfully, I was never much of a controller. We all do to a certain degree. But the expectations also go along with the control thing. It's best to have as few expectations as possible. Again, we're not saying don't reach for the stars, this, that, but to expect things to go this way, expect things to go that way, expecting lots of things of people. Do we expect them to be good and kind and loving? Yes. As far as like all the other things we expect and have the bar so high, it just sets us up for disappointment and being pissed. And I have to say that is one of the bonuses to growing up in an alcoholic home, is that I just sort of grew up not having expectations. It's like it's very sort of perpetually half full for me. Somebody, follows through, somebody says something nice, and I've been like that since a little kid, and I never really thought about it as being any different for anybody else. My rooftop friend's like that too, for a very similar reason. Of course, I can't disclose any of that. It's her script to share, but we're both alike that way. We kind of, it's easy to say fly by my ass, but it's more like just living in the moment, taking it all in, and being grateful for everything that goes well. And even the stuff that doesn't go well, being grateful for the growth that comes out of the stuff that doesn't go well, right? So when we are locked into expectations, we're locked into control, we get stuck. Why do we get stuck, you ask? Because we're creating resistance. We are creating resistance in the universe. No, I don't want that. I want what I want. And then the universe is like, okay, well, I had this big new role waiting for you with more money and more vacation time, but go ahead, kind of thing. And it's very important to realize how stuck we can get in control, because control is just a mask, an expression of fear. And fear is a very, very low vibe emotion. We are at our actually lowest vibe self when we're stuck in fear. So not much good or growth is going to come out of that if you're stuck in fear. So if you find yourself controlling, we talked about digging deeply in the last several episodes to figure out what it is, because remember, the brain loves patterns, and 95% of what we do is coming from the vault, the unconscious. So the more we kind of allow ourselves to be stuck, the more we're going to be stuck. Think about it. If you think the same way, feel the same way, and do the same things, not much is going to change for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just, basic logic. So very important. Okay. So let go of trying to control, micromanage yourself and other people, and just let your life unfold. That's it. Okay, I was almost ready to sign off, and then I'm like, I know there's one more thing. I also want to do a shout out to Aaron Doughty. I haven't listened to him in a while, but he's also one of my great teachers for sure, and he's a big let it go guy, just like I am. So also the other thing with obviously opposite of being stuck is being free. And when we let go of that, when we realize that we're hanging on to fear, which is why we're trying to micromanage ourselves and other people, we are we're not in a place to create the space for all the good stuff to come in that the universe, God, source is trying to give to us, like a catcher's mitt. It's like holding your catcher's mitt up and there's already a baseball in it. Well, what's going to happen to all the other baseballs thrown at you? They're going to bounce out, obviously. So it's kind of like a multi-layer issue when we're, oops, that was scared me. I thought it was a snake, but it wasn't. False alarm. Okay. I'm not a fan of snakes. Okay. Oh, I know. And a little bit disjointed today. I would say it's just an ADHD fast mind day, which happens to me, well, you know, frequently. Well, it happens every day, but some days are like actual fast mind days where it's, you know, I drive everybody a little insane around me, but it's really just the bugs that are distracting me. Because it's the deer flies, and they take a good bite. It's like, I think they have teeth, like big teeth, like raptor teeth or something. I don't know. Okay, so lastly, when we're stuck in controlling ourselves and other people, we are stuck in this perpetual state of wanting too, because I want it to be this way. I want this for myself. I want that for myself. And we're not talking about your heart's desire. That's different. We're talking about the hamster wheel of just wanting, like all the little stuff, and the thing is, we get stuck in that place and we put that out to the universe. That what we have isn't enough, and wanting. So to want something insinuates we don't have it or lack. So remember, the universe, all of our thoughts expand, all of them. And when we put it out there that we are lacking this job, lacking money, lacking a relationship, lacking, you know, a nice house, sick of the apartment, lacking even the apartment, sick of living with my parents, you know, whatever it is, we're putting it out there that there's lack that we don't have. And the universe is like, okay, there's a lot of lack there. It must be you know, I'm responding to the lack of giving them more lack because that's the place they're in. And if we're not, and also we talked about the gratitude vibe. The more we are grateful for, the universe hears it, and the more the universe sends. So we need to, long story short here, we need shorter recap. We need to free up the space for the abundance to come in by giving up control and letting our lives unfold. It's that basic. Is it that simple? Yes. That easy? No. Especially if you're used to being a controller. Not saying it with judgment, just saying it how it is. We all have something. So baby steps, and give yourself kudos when you have even if part of your day goes differently because you made an effort to be less controlling. Give yourself a gigantic pat on the back, you know, treat yourself to something and stay with it, because the way that, you know, the key to inner peace, really, one of the keys to inner peace is letting, we got camp back there now, is letting go of expectations and letting your life unfold. Let go of control and your life unfold. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful Buggy Notch in northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.